Hey folks, remember the good old days when it came to emergency lighting, a light stick was always going to be the best option, giving you a nice waterproof and impervious to heat and moisture and dirt kind of lighting equipment. Obviously these were used in many different ways for signalling purposes, marking paths. I mean, you know, there are several types available. You get your large standard kind of military light stick. This one happens to have a little hook here to clip onto things, so you can carry it on your person, or for example illuminate an area inside a tent, for example. And obviously you put your kind of mini ones also. Obviously they don't give out as much light, but ultimately are still quite useful for close-up kind of tasks, such as reading a map or reading a book of any type. But as technology progresses, various other options are coming onto the market, and here's one that's been around for a little while. If you saw my last video out in the woods, scratching the bushcraft ditch part 2, or number 2 should I say, then I gave a little demonstration of this working out in the woods. This is a Glo Toob. This is in fact the original Glo Toob. Very simple twist on twist off operation, and ultimately this was designed as a diving light for marking position underwater. This is actually the green one, and as you can see produces a good amount of light. And now most recently, something new, or relatively new, on the market, we have these BriteStrikes. As with the Glo Toob, the BriteStrike was designed to replace the old style military Cylumes. I've been kind of testing out all three light sticks, the Glo Toob and the BriteStrike, for a little while now, and I'm just going to give my opinions on each one of these. But this is quite a unique little thing. As you can see, incredibly thin, comes with a 3M tape backing, ultra sticky. Now I've got a couple of these in my kind of wilderness survival kit. As you know, it's very light and has a maximum runtime of 80 hours, so a lot of light available there. In addition to the actual LED, as you can see, we have a highly polished surface here, so that in fact can double up as a signal mirror to some extent. Not ideal, but it will work in a pinch. To activate the BriteStrikes, you simply press the button here, and as you can see, the LED starts flashing. We have 2 speeds of flash. That's the faster one, and then we have the slower kind of strobe, and you click again and it goes into constant on mode. Good amount of light produced by this, probably the brightest of the 3. And I think in this mode it has a 50-hour runtime with just this constant on. Each BriteStrike comes in its own kind of sealed packaging, which gives it a waterproof rating of 200 feet. A use I've found for these is that I've got one in fact stuck to the back of my motorcycle helmet, and I have it activated in this slow strobe mode just for a bit of added visibility. And it's not so bright that it's going to affect any drivers behind me. Well, that's been the case so far anyway. Let's just go back to the Glo Toob for a second. As you can see, all the mechanism and LEDs are encased in heavy duty acrylic plastic of some type, and these are in fact waterproof to, I believe, 12,000 feet. And in my experience, the design is actually pretty bomb-proof. I mean, I can't really see anything failing on here, as everything is secured into place with the plastic, so there's absolutely no movement within. Now, the classic Glo Toob is actually powered by one alkaline battery, which is a 23A 12 volt battery. Quite an unusual choice of battery in my opinion, but it does the job nicely and gives you a runtime of 30 hours. As I said before, the Glo Toobs are available in other battery sizes, namely CR123 lithiums and AAA batteries also. To operate the Glo Toob, you simply twist and keep twisting to the full extent, and now it's kind of locked on. You can get the other Glo Toobs do in fact come with other modes, for example flashing, 50%, 25% mode, etc. So it gives you some variety and choice. Going back to the BriteStrikes quickly, one problem I have found is that they can accidentally activate. For example, if they're not secured in a solid container, then other things can press up against the button and waste your battery and leave you with no battery when you actually get to a situation where you need it. So that's definitely a downside to the BriteStrikes. A further negative for me on the BriteStrikes is the actual fact that you can't replace the battery, so they are pretty much designed for one-off usage. The actual container that the BriteStrike comes in is in fact plastic, so it can be penetrated, and if so, does compromise the waterproof nature of the BriteStrike. Obviously you can in practice replace the batteries on this, but it does compromise, as I said, the integrity of the container. The upside of the BriteStrikes is that they are very slim and weigh nothing, so you can carry quite a few of them at the same time. They do come in several different colour choices, including IR. The BriteStrikes are also quite cool as a kind of flashing beacon. I like that idea. Another benefit of the BriteStrikes is that unlike the Glo Toobs and the Cylumes, you can direct the light in any direction you need to, which is definitely a nice advantage of that. So these are all different lighting systems that are available. If I had to choose only one of them, I'd most likely go for the Glo Toob, and that's for several reasons, including the fact that it seems to be pretty much a bulletproof design. It's very simple to use, it's waterproof to 12,000 feet, and the batteries can easily be changed. I'm not sure if I mentioned this previously, but the Glo Toobs, apart from being available in different battery formats, are also available in several different colours, including IR. However, given that all three weigh nothing, you can even carry all three with you without compromising mobility too much. So that's my Cylume versus Glo Toob versus BriteStrike face-off video. Just my opinions on these items. But I think they all have their merits. But as I said before, if I had to only go for one, it'll be the Glo Toob. Please like and subscribe if you do so. I hope you found this video useful and or entertaining. This is All Outdoor One signing out for now. Thanks for watching. Take care.